afternoon, good evening, Jar of Marble dwellers and Jar of Marble curious. My name is Linda and this is Jar of Marbles. And I'm Bob. It's good to see you, Bob. Oh, but it is though, isn't it? Always good to see you. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the subconscious mind, the power of the subconscious mind. And the power of the subconscious mind is a truly amazing animal. We're hearing more and more about this and it is truly fascinating. Truly? Yeah, the conscious mind is aware of the present moment. It can only do one task at a time. For example, we might be aware of our breathing, our environment, or the people around us. The subconscious mind is in charge of critically important yet rather mundane tasks such as sleeping and organ function. Just got sacked from my bingo calling job. Apparently saying a meal for two with a hairy view is not the correct way to pronounce 69. That is really bad, Bob. No, I thought it was quite good, actually. The subconscious mind holds all the power in everything we do and create in life. It is the 95% of our entire mind, where only 5% is conscious. It is the powerful layer beneath our conscious awareness that's holding on to all of the information, driving our thoughts, actions and beliefs. And whatever we hold below the surface of conscious awareness will influence the way we think, feel and act. Most of us want to live better lives or at least live harmonious lives. But if our subconscious is full of negative beliefs that limit us, fears, we will find it hard to fulfill our potential and create the life we want. Oh, yes, yes. Our subconscious is the part of the mind that is not in our conscious awareness, and it has a profound effect on our lives. As Bob Proctor said, the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's imagined. And I positively love that. This is a basic example, if you can imagine biting into a juicy lemon. Isn't it amazing that your mouth starts getting instantly saturated with saliva? You might even be feeling like that now as I talk about it. The subconscious does not know that you haven't really had bits of lemon or bites of lemon. You simply thought about it or you've heard me say it and then you start getting that reaction in your mouth. So then it begs the question, what else can we believe and imagine to make real via the subconscious? At my age, getting lucky means walking into a room and remembering why I'm here. You just keep on aiming high there, Bob. Yeah. As I continue on through this world of neuroplasticity and all things mind-body, I become more entranced with the subconscious mind. I'm so entranced, yes. Many believe it is where our dreams come from, where struggles are resolved and where true happiness can lie. By looking into the power of the subconscious mind, you can begin to harness that power and make it work for you and for the real advancement of your life. Do you ever go out and while you're out you think this is exactly why I don't go out? There are times, not all the times, but there are times, yes. Remember when you were learning how to drive a car? Back in my day, I wasn't always going to be learning to drive. It was always going to be, going to be learning how to drive a manual car, the stick shift. You had to use your conscious mind to change gears, get the window wipers going, looking in the rear view mirror, put the brakes on, indicate, etc., turn. Everything required focused attention, your full conscious mind. The memories. After a couple of years, however, those things become automatic because now you're driving subconsciously. It's running the program of all that practice. The feet do their thing, the hands do theirs, and for the most part, not much effort is required to do it competently. People have said, and I'm included, I have driven somewhere and have no recall of big chunks of the drive, and I arrived safely, so my subconscious actually got me there. Good fathers. Oh, shut up, Bob. You don't drive, so you don't get it. This is core to the work of Dr. Bruce Lipton, a fantastic New Age educator. He's been around for years and one of the leading stem cell biologists on the planet. And in his book, Biology of Belief, I've actually mentioned this before on one of my other podcasts, probably a couple of years back. What a book. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Eye-opening, in fact. When did you read it, Bob? I didn't. I just saw it. What a book. He speaks on the experiments of his own and other leading scientists and how they reveal how our cells process and receive information. Getting old is just one body part after another say, hey, you think that's bad? Watch this. Oh, dear. In Dr. Bruce Lipton's work, he found that our DNA and genes are not the ones controlling our bodies, as previously believed. but that our DNA is controlled from signals that come from outside the cell, and these are signals that come from the energetic messages from our thoughts, both positive and negative. That's right. Whoa, does that mean what I think it means? Oh, I'm scared to assume what you think it means. That our thoughts impress themselves on our DNA. Yeah, Bob, that's why it's essential to explore the subconscious mind. Oh, yeah. A famous quote. If you realised how powerful your thoughts are, you would never think a negative thought. This by Anonymous. I often think of this when I check in with what line of thinking I'm favouring, if I notice I might be a little bit uptight, and sometimes underneath it all, the thinking is not that good. So I can course correct. Hey, your eyelids are made from the same material as foreskin. Until next time, penis eyes. Oh, Bob. Yeah, penis eyes. Hashtag the subconscious mind. Exploring the subconscious mind is essential because it plays a significant role in shaping our thoughts, behaviours and actions, often without us even realising it. Bob Lipton tells a story to describe how the subconscious mind can operate, and we have no idea. So Bruce describes a bunch of friends at a barbecue, and Gary said and did something that one of his friends said, "Oh, Gary, you're just like your dad." Gary was horrified. He couldn't see the connection, denying it completely. The programming he received growing up had him mirroring his dad, and he had no idea. And in general, we don't see it. The subconscious mind stores our memories, our beliefs, emotions, and past experiences, many of which influence our decisions and interactions in ways that we may not always fully understand. The man that invented cough lozenges died last week. There was no coffin at his funeral. Another New Age educator, oh, shut up, Bob. New Age educator is Dr. Joe Dispenza. His story is fascinating as to how he discovered the link between consciousness and the subconscious mind. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's amazing and has a major revolution going on. Never go to bed angry is the worst advice either. I haven't slept in a week. Joe Dispenza's discovery was life-changing. Like Dr. Bruce Lipton, there are heaps of stuff on YouTube, talks, interviews and meditations, really good stuff. I mean, really good. If I could go to, say, one of Dr. Joe's seminars, Dr. Joe Dispenza's seminars, I would be one happy marble dweller, let me tell you. That's on my bucket list. Some of Dr. Joe Dispenza's books titles are Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Becoming Supernatural, Evolve Your Brain. I hate when people ask me what I did on the weekend, like I'm skydiving or something. Fair income. I'm in my 50s. I went grocery shopping, did laundry, and I ate snacks. That's right. You be clear. Yeah. Again, get onto YouTube. There are many interesting thought-provoking interviews and talks, good stuff, even books, audiobooks. People said I'd never get over my obsession with Phil Collins, but take a look at me now. Yeah, get it. Take a look at me now. Yeah, we get it, Bob, yeah. Tapping into this part of our brain can unlock a deeper understanding of ourselves, enhance personal growth, and improve our mental well-being. So why is it essential to explore the subconscious mind? Well, you might be uncovering hidden patterns. In fact, you absolutely will be. The subconscious holds onto deeply ingrained thought patterns and beliefs and habits, both positive and negative. I remember when I divorced my first husband and I had certain belief systems, and very soon after, we'd gone our own way, I realised, hold on a minute, I don't believe that. That's not my belief. That's my ex-husband's beliefs. So, that's just I'm sure many people can relate to that. We can hold on to patterns of thinking that in fact are not ours. Like Gary, yeah. And by exploring it, we can identify our own harmful patterns that we are aware of, such as self-sabotage, fear, or limiting beliefs that may be holding back or hindering our progress. As I fold my third load of laundry, I contemplate becoming a nudist. Then I remember what I look like naked, and I just keep on folding. Good on you, Bob. Certainly a good thought for the community at large. Yeah? If we decide to explore our fears that were repeatedly told to us as we were growing up, keeping in mind that our parents only did what they knew, but We have access to so much information now that we can use for our own and others' benefit.
Like turn it around, yeah?
Yeah, so once recognised, we can replace them with empowering thoughts, empowering ones.
I think I'm getting this now. I thought it was a load of hoo-hoo, but it's science and it's something I can do.
Yeah, this is where you can change.
And this is where some people might not like it because they can't manipulate you anymore.
That's right, Bob, and so much more.
Jolly old golly gee, I'm excited.
This is where you will be releasing emotional blockages, past emotional wounds, unresolved trauma, or negative experiences that often reside in our subconscious.
Right. I'm at an age where living in the woods and arguing with a raccoon sounds like a peaceful retirement plan.
Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life there, Bob. Exploring and addressing these emotions can promote healing and emotional freedom, reducing all sorts of stress, anxieties, and other mental health challenges. The subconscious is the part of the mind holding on to all of your past.
Oh, hell's bells.
It's like a giant memory bank. All of the memories, emotions, and beliefs about everything you've ever experienced get stored in the subconscious, much like programs on a computer.
Friends with benefits nowadays is someone that picks up your prescriptions from the pharmacy.
Oh, nice. That's a very good friend indeed.
Yeah.
The subconscious's capacity is practically unlimited. Our brains have developed the astonishing ability to download a mind-boggling amount of information. By the time you reach the age of 21, you've amassed the contents of the entire Encyclopedia Britannica hundreds of times over.
Godfathers always knew I had a large brain. Yeah. Hey. Why do they say amen instead of our woman at the end of songs at church? Because they're hymns, not hers. Hymns, not hers. Oh, kill me, yeah.
So the subconscious mind controls basically everything.
Everything?
Yes, it's like the sorcerer behind the curtain. We might think we're consciously in charge of all that we do, but that's not actually really the case.
I'm not aging like a fine wine. I'm aging like milk, getting sour and chunky. Yeah.
Through doing the work, you will be enhancing your self-awareness. Exploring the subconscious helps us better understand who we are and motivations and fears. This self-awareness is crucial for personal growth, making conscious decisions and aligning actions with our true values.
I'm excited, I am. I've decided I'd like a pet termite, and I'm going to call him Clint. Yes, Clint eats wood. Ha! Gee, I'm funny.
Yeah, this in turn will improve creativity and problem solving.
Oh, how so?
Well, the subconscious mind is a powerful source of creativity and innovation. The subconscious mind drives, as I said, 95% of the human experience, which means we are only conscious for 5% of the time. We are in dream world, worry world, memory world, what I have to do later world. And let's face it, for many of us, the programs could use a little updating.
Why though?
Because we tend to respond and react from another time in our life when something happens, say, and we react the same, and then we go through the same pain that might take 2 days to get over, and we think that's normal or at least reasonable, and not realise that we go to the same program. You're not 13 anymore or 18. We can get stuck and not even know it.
Please, if you're under 30, stop saying back in the day. Your day was 5 minutes ago. Sit down.
Well, it depends on when your back in the day was, I reckon.
Oh, yeah, but why do we get stuck?
Because much of what we hold subconsciously sabotages what we consciously want to create.
Yes!
The subconscious grows flowers or weeds based on the mental constructs we feed it.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, so if we aren't filling our mind with stronger, kinder thinking, the old program kicks in and we end up at the beginning again, and that will be different experiences for all of us. So by tapping into it, we can access new ideas and insights, find solutions to problems more easily, and experience heightened creativity in everyday life.
Yeah, but how do we?
Well, we've got to start learning to, or just shift limiting beliefs.
Oh, yes, of course. I have 3 alarm clocks, my bladder, my kid, and existential dread.
I have a needy dog. Often we operate from a set of limiting beliefs that were formed in childhood or during formative years. These beliefs can hold us back from reaching our full potential. People may have said something that you may not be aware that you believe. When we understand and challenge these beliefs, we can rewrite the narratives that govern our lives.
Oh, yes, I do like a good rewrite. Hey, what do you call a Mexican who hates protein powder? No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. How to utilise the subconscious mind every day. Practice meditation and mindfulness.
Here we go.
I don't know why you resist when you hear the word meditate. That could be lying down quietly. Could be watching the beach. It doesn't have to involve a temple, Bob.
Yeah, you're right, eh?
And if you want to access the subconscious, this is one of the ways. Just quieten yourself down. Meditation is one of the best ways to quiet the mind and access the subconscious. By sitting in silence and focusing, say, just on your breath, you create space for your subconscious mind to bring up hidden thoughts and feelings.
Oh, yeah, all right, I like that.
Mindfulness, which involves being fully present in the moment, can also help you stay aware of how your subconscious influences your actions and thoughts.
How do you start with mindfulness? I never get that.
Well, I started by looking at my hands and saying out loud, I'm here right now, I am well, I'm open to grow, while looking at my hands. It just brings you right into the present. And when you first start, don't be surprised if you find 5 hours later that you floated off with other thoughts and forget what you were doing. All beautifully normal. Do it again and again, and you do get better at it. And it's so worth it. I call it sort of falling asleep.
What, meditation?
No, when you get off track, you've started doing something and then next thing you're off doing something else. As I just said, you just turn around and realise that you started something 5 hours ago and you've completely forgot about it. I call it falling asleep.
Oh, yeah, okay. I went online to check the weather. 5 hours later, I'm watching a tutorial on how to weave a basket out of pumpkins.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. Exactly that.
Yeah.
Now, visualisation, this is where this really helps. We all know that visualisation is a powerful technique to communicate with your subconscious. Take time every day to vividly imagine your goals, dreams and desires, things that you really like to do, things you'd like to do, as if they've already been achieved. That's the important part, as if it has already happened. So how would you do that? You would just imagine how you would feel if that happened. This helps to program your subconscious to work towards those goals and manifest positive outcomes.
Just a little bit of me time, eh? Hey, I was on a diabetes site and asked if I accept cookies. Is that a trick question?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Positive affirmations. Repeating positive affirmations daily can rewire the subconscious mind. Just by speaking kindly and positively to yourself, it sure feels better than, the quiet little subconscious not thinking put downs that we can do. By speaking words of affirmation out loud, you can gradually shift your mindset from self-doubt to self-belief. This is where replacing negative thought patterns with empowering ones start to take root.
Yeah, okay then.
You can write down, or if you don't want to write down, you could record yourself on your phone, your thoughts, your dreams, feelings, and your reflections. Look, if you know, you know. Then there's dream analysis. Your dreams are a direct communication from your subconscious. Keep a dream journal by your bed and write down your dreams immediately after waking up. I don't remember my dreams often, but when I do, they're real doozies.
I'm writing a book about all the things I should be doing. It's called my autobiography. Get it? Auto?
I do, Bob. Some people respond really well to hypnotherapy, hypnosis tool that allows you to access and communicate with your subconscious more directly. By working with a trained hypnotherapist or using self-hypnosis techniques, you can work through all sorts of barriers and habits. And I love this quote from Carl Jung. It tells you everything about the power of the unconscious mind. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Oh my goodness. How good is that?
Yeah, okay.
Brilliant. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Oh my goodness. Carl Jung, the collective unconscious and archetypes. Carl Jung, originally a follower of Freud, broke away from his mentor's ideas to develop his own theories. While Freud emphasized personal repressed experiences as central to the unconscious, Jung introduced the idea of the collective unconscious, a shared unconscious mind that all humans possess.
The fact that Head and Shoulders doesn't have a body wash called Knees and Toes disappoints me.
Yeah, they're leaving money on the table with that one for sure. So according to Jung, the universal layer of the unconscious is not based on personal experience, but consists of inherited memories and archetypes that are common across humanity.
Don't argue with people on social media. Every classroom had a kid that ate paste. That's probably who you're arguing with.
For example, the field of implicit memory examines how memories and learning influence behaviour without conscious awareness. Additionally, recent advances in brain imaging have allowed scientists to observe how unconscious processes affect brain activity. It's just so interesting.
Yeah. There are two types of people I can't stand. Nosy people and people who won't tell me what's going on. Fair dinkum.
So unreasonable. Cognitive behaviour therapy, CBT, a popular form of treatment, focuses on how unconscious beliefs and automatic thought patterns shape behaviour and mental health.
Wish we could crossbreed the mosquitoes and the lightning bugs, at least when we could see them coming. Yeah.
Gives us a fair shot.
That's what I thought.
The concept of the subconscious mind has undergone a rich evolution from Freud's theory of repressed desires to Jung's exploration of universal archetypes, and that's a huge subject. On YouTube, there's a podcast called Jungian our Jungian Life, and it's absolutely fabulous, and it talks about so many archetypes and new ones that are coming on board, and it's absolutely fascinating. I couldn't recommend that enough.
Hey, the next person who walks out of my life, I'm going with them. I'm sick of my shit too.
Practice there, Petal.
Patience, that's what you have when there are too many witnesses. Yeah, well, someone asked me what did I do this weekend, and I was sort of like saying, I was like a mountain climber, but I'm 55 years old, and I was on a heating pad eating nachos.
You're really big on doing things by yourself on the weekend and relaxing a lot.
Yeah, I am.
Here's a thought-provoking question. Have you ever reacted to something without knowing why, or recognise that you react badly to a line of thinking in your own mind? Sometimes we react to situations or stimuli in ways that we can't quite explain, and these moments of inexplicable reaction often stem from subconscious processes or deep-seated emotions that aren't always immediately accessible to our conscious awareness.
So sneaky.
It's as though our minds are responding before we even realise what's happening.
Most of us will know this.
And there could be several reasons why we might not know why we react the way we do. One explanation is that our subconscious mind is constantly processing such vast amounts of information even when we aren't aware of it.
Oh, yes, true. The biggest lie I tell myself is I don't need to write that down. I'll remember that.
Exactly. Oh no, I'm a list girl from way back, no doubt about that. So all this constant processing can lead us to react emotionally or instinctively based on past experiences.
That's a complex answer right there.
Absolutely. Keep in mind, this is skimming over possibilities. Subconscious is below the surface. So in simple terms, the conscious mind is like the tip of the iceberg where everything is visible and you can control it. And the subconscious, as I just said, is below the surface, and that influences your actions without you realising it. And then there's the unconscious, and that's the deepest part, hidden and hard to reach, but it can still shape your thoughts and actions in ways that you don't understand.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Oh, well, that's a very, very good sign that you actually get it. And that brings us to the end of today's episode, where we explored the incredible power and mystery of the subconscious mind.
Quite incredible. When people say you look so familiar, I like to say, were we in prison together? It's almost a conversation stopper.
I can imagine you saying that.
Yeah.
So from shaping our habits to influencing our decisions, it's clear that the subconscious isn't just working behind the scenes. It is the stage, the lights, and often the director. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone who might need a reminder of just how powerful their mind truly is. And as always, keep questioning, keep growing, and keep trusting that the answers you seek are often already within you. So say good day to the family for me, give the spaniel a biscuit, and we'll see you next time, okay? Okay then, bye.
Bye.